damn, I love drippers. Everything about them. Drippers right now are my favorite device to vape. By far, you get the most concentrated flavor. You're dripping on your coil. How can you get much better than that? Well, for this review, I got another dripper for you, and it's called the Brass Monkee. Here's a little gift box it came in. I purchased this from a company called Enjoy.com, not Enjoy. The company who manufactures this product is a company called Standard Functions, and they're out of Cali, okay? So it's a USA-made dripper. Oh yeah. So this is a dual coil dripper. So for those of you guys who are single coil drippers, this may not be for you. I've got a super nano coil build on here. It's reading out to 0.5 ohms. Got it on this Hades mod and loving it. Man. And I'll tell you what, it really doesn't get much better than that. Not for a dual coil system. And the setup I have right there for the airflow control, because this does have an adjustable airflow control system, I only have one hole open on each side. Each hole 1 millimeter. The flavor, oh man, some of the best flavor I've gotten off of a dripper. Right now, this device has become my favorite dual coil dripper. I like it better than the Zenith version 2 in dual coil mode. Now, in single coil mode, the Zenith version 2 is still my favorite dripper. But in dual coil, this one takes the cake well over the Patriot RDA. I found that the best setup for me is the Super Nano Coil, and I really got to thank Brandon Cash. Brandon Cash is the guy that came up with the Super Nano Coil concept. It's one of the best setups in dual coil, if not the best setup, IMO. Kick-ass flavor. It makes me all jazzed up. You know, every time I take a hit, I'm like, woo, it's good. Good. It makes me feel like that, you know what I mean? You know how you get excited like that? Ooh, it's good. Well, that's how I'm feeling when I'm vaping on this device with the Super Nano Coil, dual Super Nano Coil setup. 2 air holes showing on each side, and you'll know what I'm talking about when I go into the close-ups. Still with the 2 air holes showing on each side, the flavor is still really good. I prefer the 1 hole on each side because I'm more of a flavor junkie than I am a vapor junkie, and the vapor I'm getting off of the 1 air holes open on each side is perfect for me. It's still chucking it. I mean, so let's go ahead and get to the pros and the cons. Pros, this thing is a 22 millimeter device. Booyah. You get 2 options. The other option I'll go into in a minute. But the first option, it comes with an adjustable airflow control. Just like the Zenith version 2, it's got a ring in the middle. It's got a top cap that threads down. I'll show you guys all those details in a sec. You got 3 air hole options on one side, 3 air hole options on the other. You can adjust it to where it's wide open with all the 3 holes showing. You can adjust it to where the 2 air holes are showing, 1 air hole showing, half air hole, 2.5. Sky's the limit with this device in dual coil mode. The quality, the craftsmanship, the lines, studly. I like these little divots at the top. It's got more of a polished stainless steel. The deck, another pro. It's just like the Helios deck. I mean, pretty damn close. It's almost like they took their concept and put it in their own. You've got the 3 posts, but in the middle, it's a block with 2 holes instead of 1. Super easy to make dual coils. And I think that every RDA now should be made like that, to where you have 2 holes on the positive post. Look at the way this thing looks on the Hades mod. It's not even a 22 millimeter mod, and it looks sick as tits. This thing is fit on all my devices, all my mechanical mods, all my variable voltage, variable wattage devices, and any 22 millimeter mechanical mod, it just looks the tits. Like I said, the flavor that I'm getting off this device is killer in Super Nano Coil mode. Killer! The chamber is super small. I thought that when I received this, and I noticed that you can only run it in dual coil mode, that I would get the same type of vape as I did with the Helios, and the Helios was a good vape. It wasn't a bad vape, but it wasn't the most flavorful vape, and it's because the chamber's a little larger. With this, the chamber is small. I mean, it's tiny, tiny. And the walls, the thickness of the walls from this top cap are thicker than most RDAs out there, most high-end RDAs. Not super thick, but just thick enough to really bring out the flavor and the density with the way the size of the chamber is. Another pro, and I'm going to go ahead and mention this early, the cost of this to me is very affordable. It's $80. For a device like this with an adjustable airflow, the quality, the machining, it's a steal in my book. I mean, the Patriot was damn near the cost of this device, and the Patriot doesn't even have adjustable airflow. Now this drip tip does not come with this device, but every drip tip that I own fits and is compatible. The O-rings on this device are not too snug, they're not too loose, it's just right, and I notice I don't ever have any leaking out of these O-rings. Every now and again I'll get a leak out of the holes, but it is a dripper, you know, that's expected for any RDA. Okay, so those are the pros, and I'm pretty much loving almost everything about this device. Now the cons. Major con, gotta mention this. You receive an adjustable airflow control system that I just showed you. It's stainless steel top cap. And then you receive another option. And that other option is a brass top cap. It's got a stainless steel cover ring inside there. The problem is that you're still exposed to brass at the top. That stainless steel ring inside there doesn't cover up that brass. And for those of you guys who do not know, brass has lead in it. Lead! Lead will kill your ass. Some of you guys out there will argue, well, it's not gonna do anything to you. Well, it may not, but it still has lead in there. And when you have that top cap on that deck and you're firing in it and it's heating up and you got liquid in there, it's wet, it's gonna corrode over time. I knew a guy that had lead poisoning and died. Instead of brass, do like a gold plate. Throw the brass out. Another con. This device, it only vapes in dual coil mode. As far as airflow control, you got that airflow ring. It's very similar to the Zenith, to the Atomic, where you have that ring in the middle and you adjust it. I do not understand why they didn't put another slot on the other side of where the two air holes are. That way you can vape in single coil mode as well. Kill two birds with one stone, right? I don't know what the manufacturer was thinking. Manufacturer, I'm talking to you, manufacturer. Standard functions. Do you just vape in dual coil mode? It's almost like you're just, to the single coilers out there. Screw them, right? Well, I'm a single coiler. I actually prefer single coil mode versus dual coil mode. And I can tell you right now, if you had that extra slot right there and you can run it in single coil mode, I would recommend this thing even more. This thing may be up there, right up there with the Zenith V2. Who knows? But I'm not gonna ever be able to tell. Also, the connection to the 510 base is not adjustable. Now, it may not be really a big deal because nowadays with your mechanical mods, majority of them, they have the floater pins. You know, you can adjust it to your battery to fit flush, to make connection. But I gotta mention it, and it's gotta be stated as a con. So those are the pros and the cons. Now we're gonna dive down. I'm gonna show you guys a close-up of all the parts. Oh, that gravy. All right, let's do it. Alright, so here is the stainless steel top cap for the brass Monkee. You've got the base of the top cap, you've got the adjustable airflow ring, and you've got the top of the top cap. As you can see, you got this O-ring, you've got these 3 holes. Each hole is 1 millimeter, and as you can see the 3 holes on the other side. And that's why they call this a dual air hole system. Now what they should have done was right over here, punch 3 more air holes for your single coil users, but they didn't do it. Not sure why. Here's their logo down here. Nice little logo. Standard functions. Okay, so you've got your threads in here. All the threads in this device, buttery smooth. Here's your airflow ring. Right here, you've got 1 slot on one side, 1 slot on the other. And how this works is the airflow ring fits on the base of the top cap. And then you can adjust accordingly. So right now I've got it wide open. All 3 air holes are open on one side and the other. If I want to block off 1 air hole and just show 2 air holes, I can do that. Just like that. If I want to block off 2 air holes and just show 1 air hole, I can do that as well. If I want to block off just half air hole, I can do that. I just don't understand why they didn't poke 3 more holes on this other side for you single coil users. I just think they had a major brain fart on that. Brain fart! Okay, so once you've got your desired airflow the way you like it, then what you're going to do is you're going to screw on the top portion of this dripper. Here's your top portion. You got the threads down here, another O-ring to secure it. Threads, buttery smooth, everything about this device. The machine quality of the materials, fantastic. So now that I've got my desired airflow, screw on the top portion of the top cap. Okay, just like that. This chamber is tiny. So about from here up is about the size of the chamber. Here's the deck. As you can see, I still have my super nano coils installed on both sides. Couldn't take those out. Too good of a build. You got 3 posts. That one post in the center with the block with the 2 holes punched makes it really easy to insert your dual coils. It uses Phillips heads. Okay, so once you insert your leads into those holes, you tighten it down using a Phillips head screwdriver. You've got 2 O-rings down here to seal out any juice and to hold on that top cap. And I find that the top cap fits perfect on this deck. Boom, just like that. Not too tight, not too loose. It's easy to take off. It's easy to put back on. You've got a nice recess on this deck. So that is the deck to the brass Monkee RDA. Very, very, very similar to the Helios RDA. Here's the brass top cap option, okay? It's got 1 air hole on one side, 1 air hole on the other, approximately 1.3 millimeters. Standard Functions logo. It's a nice top cap, but it's brass, and I do not recommend it, okay? Inside here, you have a stainless steel sleeve, as you can see. The problem is that at the end here, right near the drip tip hole, that is brass. And that's going to be in contact with your juice. You're going to be inhaling that, and over time it's going to corrode, and the heat and all that. Not good. Toss this. So that, my friends, is the brass Monkee. $80. Now granted, you can't run it in single coil mode, but dual coil mode, like I said, this is my favorite dual coil RDA out there to date. So to answer your question right now, yes, hell yes, I'm glad I purchased this device, and I highly recommend it. This is Rip Trippers, and remember, smoking is dead, vaping is the future, and the future is now.